My mic was muted. Yo, what up? Yo, what up? Yo, what up? Yo, what up? So, um, today, I think I'm working on another new character guy. But this one's mostly going to be like figuring out his design and how I want him to look, I guess, because this guy also, what's up, Science Yoshi? Welcome in, welcome in. How's it going? This guy is going to be among the ranks. I guess you'd say he's going to be in cahoots with our previous guy that we were working on, Dr. Thrallengard. So, I'm just not really entirely sure how I want his design to be just yet, because I've been looking at a lot of references recently, and I have kind of like two that I'm leaning onto that I'd like for him to kind of look like, and that is going to be, let's see, these two right here. Like, this is kind of what he has right now, just like a kind of a deacon's outfit a little bit. And then I also have this one, which was just like Old Testament kind of like holy wear, right? So something similar to this is what I'm looking at. So he's a part of the particular demonstrations. Yes, he is. This is a particular demonstrations member, a propane delegations or something like that kind of guy. He's going to be interesting in the way that he interacts with the propane depreciation department. Yo, what's up, Blue Kirby? Welcome in, welcome in. But yeah, this guy, like I like what I've got going for the face. Those who know. I think that VTuber animation might be a little bit broken. I'm not sure, because I made it like specifically for the co-op video. So I don't really need to like have it on screen so much. But this guy, I like what I got going here. It's mostly the outfit that I'm like not too fond of just yet, and that's kind of what I want to work on. Is he making the Germa face? Nah, he's making the Journoid shut up face. But I have a non-cheesing version and kind of like a side profile that I was labbing out for this outfit, and I'm just not really sure if I'm feeling it, you know, because it seems a little basic since it's like a full robe, and I'm not sure if that's what I want to go for. The way he looks, I think I pretty much have that locked in, right? I do like the way he looks as a character, but the outfit is just what I'm like not really sitting on. So I might try and lab out this kind of thing. Maybe mine is the turban, because I think his hair is a very important part of his design. But something similar to this might be what I end up going with. I'm not too sure just yet, though. And that's kind of why, like, I wanted to start streaming this, is so I could, like, lock into it a little bit more, because I've been sitting on this design like this for maybe like a few weeks or so. Just realized I got a weird crown in the chat box. Yes, so that weird crown is the top fans thing. I'm not really sure why it's only for certain users, but for some reason it's only for certain viewers. It might be some kind of like permissions thing. It could be based on ad block. It could be a we're rolling this out to specific viewers kind of thing, which, you know, if it is some kind of like viewer rollout thing, you know, check on mobile, see if we can hype the stream, because that's a thing you can do apparently. I don't know if it's possible on desktop. I've not seen it, but I have seen it on mobile. So, who knows? But, yeah, the play for today, I think, is going to be doing something with old Doleon here. Getting 25 XP per message. Yeah, it's basically just active chatter badge is well all it is. It resets every stream, so if you're number 1 on this stream, that means you were the most active chatter, or are the current most active chatter, to my understanding. So what I think I might actually do is I might just like, let's see, I might like axe out the, might just axe out the sash here. So we can keep this kind of like tie, waist tie. I'm gonna actually bring this over here a little bit. Now I'm not really sure because I want to keep it like relative to the lore of the game, because I mean like this outfit over here is like very, very expressly biblical, right? It's a this would be the kind of outfit that you would wear if you were a priest in the Old Testament times, and it has like a lot of heavy symbolism, like, oh, 12 stones with the names of the 12 tribes of Israel and stuff like that. I don't exactly need to include that in Angels and Demons because this would be not relating to the 12 tribes the 12 tribes of Israel. Instead, it'd be more of like, if it was going to be like gemstones or anything like this, stones representative of anything, it would probably be representative of the 7 runes. But considering this is the profane denomination, they, you know, they probably don't like those things all that much. But I think the main thing that I want to go with here is probably like the layered kind of robes with the bells, or something like that. But I want him to feel imposing, right? Basically, like he should be creepy, kind of like he's a threat, right? So that's why he's kind of got this like large profile going on. You could have the 7 sins, and that's the thing, is I could do that and it just be like the 7 sins, just it'd be the same as the runes though. Like they would just be representative, different colors or something like that. 7 gems, and it could be up to interpretation, because you know he could probably be like, oh yeah, I'm like a good guy. See, it's the 7 runes of virtue. It's the 7 runes of virtue on my garments here, and I would never, the profane denomination, what's that? I'd never do anything with them, you know. From the Binding of Isaac? No, from Angels and Demons. Binding of Isaac in Fortnite, though? But I kind of like this depiction of the outfit. I think I'll go, let's see. Let's call this a tunic instead. We'll make a new layer here and say, what is this exactly? Would this be the ephod? I'm not really sure what I'm going to call it, but we're going to call it apron, because that's more what it is here. And I will keep this orpal, because I like the orpal. And kind of do something like this. Let me think. Maybe. I do like the gold that's kind of around all of the, I guess, the joints and seams of the outfit. I do like that kind of theming here. Okay. There's something to be gleaned from this outfit already that I don't really like. I'm going to bring in a sprite here. All right. And you guys might You might already be seeing the vision here, but look, I'm not saying I'm on the Deltarune development team, but I think Toby and I have some very, very similar ideas going on. All right. And you know, like, no shade to Toby or anything. I love Undertale. I love Deltarune. But bro has got to stop stealing my thunder. Like, for real. It kind of has me done. It kind of has me done. Like, Chapter 3 with the rhythm game. Deltarune Chapter 3 has the rhythm game. Like, Chapter 4 has the whole church thing. And I'm just like, wow, this is amazing. And also, like, oh my gosh, how am I going to have a shred of originality when Toby has, like, all of my ideas? Oh, anyways, rant aside. This is very, 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 what do they call the, Deltarune religion? Like, is it just, like, the Deltarune? Let me, Deltarune religion name? Is that the angel religion? Yeah. But I think Toby might have got some ideas in the same place I'm sourcing my ideas, you know? Speaking of church, I've been looking at the Block Tales sneak peeks. I think Chapter 5 is going to resemble a church of some sort, from my perspective. It's really cool. I like when churches are like a main focus in games. I don't like when it's always like when it's just like a religion bad thing though. That feels incredibly overdone, in my opinion. So I hope it doesn't go that direction. But I mean, I also don't play Block Tales either, so LOL. Let's make some gems here. Oh, I closed the wrong thing. Dang it. I'm gonna have to pull up that thing here again. Good thing it's still in my browser tab. There we go. This guy can go. I don't think I'm going back to that design. And I keep opening that up again. The dude from Amazon. Yeah, Toriel's here to stay. She can hang out. She can hang out. Is that her nose or her mouth? Like, it's her nose, right? Alright, let's get some gold up in here. I need to go a little bit more orange for the main. Ah, true. I need to brighten that a smidge. Kind of looks like a big pouch. I'm not sure I'm rocking with this right now. Maybe I just go like directly with how it looks over there. And then just make it 7s. Maybe something like that, kind of. I should make this brighter, maybe. I kind of like the idea of it being solid, but I might have to make it more transparent for the whole, like, gems thingy. Oh, I can make some lighter purple here. Ah, yes, of course. And then... How can I evenly split 7 here in a way that looks cool? And isn't just the Deltarune, almost. So I could actually reference the runes in-game, like their colors. 6 circular and then 1 in the center. Yeah, that is one method of doing it, but the only issue with that is I feel like that kind of puts prominence on one specific rune out of the others. I think I actually, let me lab out a thing here. Something like this could work, maybe, like, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Something like this, and that way it's more just like a carousel almost, and I could move these in a little bit so that way it's more uniform almost. Yeah, something like this. And then maybe let me actually look at the sprites for the runes. Hold on. Let me hide a sprite real quick, because I know I'm in spoiler territory with my file structure. Big spoiler territory. Okay. And I might even end up changing these designs because they are pretty old. So Temperance would be orange. Yeah. The issue is they kind of double up, and they're not exactly, like, amazing colors. So, let's just drop these over here for now. Let's just go in order. In order that they're here. Something like that. See, I kind of like this. That kind of looks neat already. Though maybe I should actually... I don't know if I want to reorder them necessarily in any way. Because, like... I mean, chapter order's, like, locked in, I think. I don't think I'm changing up the chapter order, especially now. Like, that I... So I think it's safe to assume this is the way it's going to go. Regardless. How would I maybe outline these things, though? I could just use their outline colors. Maybe? How does this look? Ah, they're gonna, like, bink each other here. Ah, that's a interesting little intersection. Okay, so maybe we don't outline. Maybe instead it is like shaded like this. Oh, whoops. Where it kind of goes a notch down. Dream Team OST. I love Dream Team. Oh, so let's talk about that freaking direct. What was that? Like, bro, Me and my friends made a bingo for this direct, and like, oh my goodness. Like, we got a bingo, but it was barely. It was barely. I'll drop the bingo in here real quick. Let me resize it because it's massive in paint.net. I still have it open. And we were kind of like, oh no, we can't double up. Like we weren't gonna like double up multiple things. But let me slap this in here. Okay, so this was our bingo that we had. Can I like... I guess I can only go in multiples. Our bingo was Metroid, Switch Online, Mother 3 or Free Space, Mario Sports, and Mario Movie. I really thought there was gonna be some like Mario stuff for this one, because I was opting for this whole line down here at the bottom to just be Mario, and we only got like 2 of those things. Which 3D Mario, this one was a cop-out because I counted Mario Galaxy as this. All right. We did get Yoshi, which was very cool. We got Dragon Quest for JRPG. This one, like, if they somehow did announce Splatoon. If they did announce Splatoon, this Flipnote Studio bar would have been like a total sell. It already kind of was because it prevented this line. I wanted to count Virtual Boy Wario Land on for this, but since we weren't doubling up, and also it would have been a triple dip because of the Virtual Boy thing, but that was Switch Online updates. We didn't double or triple dip on that one. So, but we did bingo. It was just like for an hour, it was kind of disappointing. Though granted, I am really excited for Mario Galaxy movie. That seems like it's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited, honestly. Like, that might be like the highlight of the direct, honestly. That and the Switch 2 Wonder, I wish they showed more stuff about that, because playable Rosalina is in, like, we have playable Rosalina. It's in the UI, like, very, very tiny, but you can see her. And they just didn't talk about that. They're like, oh, here's Captain Toad and the other Explorer Blue Toad from Odyssey, who I initially thought was Toadbert from Partners in Time, but Partners in Time getting any love? No. But anyways. Mega Delphox, favorite Pokemon, got a Mega based. I really like Mega Dragonite and Mega Ampharos. As Brent from King of Skill once said, you picked Wario. Oh yeah, we got freaking Baby Waluigi. What's up with that? That's a crazy drop, is Baby Waluigi, just for a Mario Tennis game, which I was so bought in. We're so due a new Mario Baseball, please. But no, we got another Mario Tennis. Like, we don't have enough of those already, right? Was there 2 Mario Tennises on Switch, or was it just Aces? I feel like there were 2 Mario Tennises, but I might be thinking of Party. Direct gets a 10 out of 10 from me just because of Delphox. Hey, that's fair, honestly. I'm not really a big Pokemon person anymore. Like, the last Pokemon game I played was Moon on 3DS, and it was good, but I just I never was into the Switch editions. Like, they just didn't look that fun to me, unfortunately. Though, if Game Freak wanted to lock in and do a like HD 2D Pokemon game, like, I might consider it. But as it is right now, I'm not really a fan of the way they're handling things with their games. Like, apparently with Legends CA, any Pokemon you transfer to it, you can't transfer out anymore, which I guess is until Gen 10 comes out for some reason. So there's some kind of like there's some kind of stuff they're doing that is going to affect the meta, I'm assuming, and that's why they're doing that. But also, you can only get the Mega Stones for some of the Pokemon if you play online, which is also kind of strange. Because, like, isn't that the whole reason the Stop Killing Games movement exists, is so things like that aren't a thing? And then they also announced DLC before the game's even out, which is just like, eh. I don't really like that. I don't like the idea of launching DLC for something before the main game is even out. It just feels not good to me. And I feel like a lot of people feel the same way about that. But, I mean, people are still going to get it. People are still going to buy it, so it's still going to happen like that. And I can't really speak on that because I did pre-order a Switch 2 and Mario Kart World. So, like, I'm part of the problem, LOL. But, like, I know I'm going to get my money's worth out of Mario Kart World. Like, I probably already have because I've been running that game up a lot. You know, in my free time or with my family. I've been trying to teach my younger sister, like, crazy shortcut tech, and she learned the Bowser's Castle skip recently. And I think that's awesome that they've managed to get the tech down in such a way that, like, even younger people can... Like, younger, not even very, like, experienced in gaming people can get it down. Because not really any of my siblings would consider themselves, like, really good at video games, except maybe my younger brother. Like, he's pretty good at Minecraft, like, in the speedrunning aspect, and Overwatch as well. Like, he plays those games, but... LOL. Let's move this down one more notch, I think. Not sure how I feel about the tie. It's kind of hard to do the, like, shimmering kind of stuff on the tie here, like the tie round. So I might just have to make this all Orpal. No. See. Maybe? I don't know. Move it up a notch. Yeah, I kind of like this more. Like where it's covering that piece of the yellow. I suppose I should probably make like the... Let's make this bottom part of the tunic a bluer color. How does that look? Oh, that looks so much better. The only thing now is just the this extra tie around. I should maybe adjust how that is handled here. I don't really like it being like that. And then maybe we can put it... Let me get the breast piece here, this gold. And then we can make this golden. Maybe like super golden. Kind of like that, yeah. Like how that looks. And then we can kind of have it go on both sides, kind of like it's a golden seam. Kind of. Oh, LOL. I might actually have to brighten this up here because if it's too dark, then it will interfere with the outline, but... see, I do think I can do this for his shoes, maybe? Oh, whoops. There we go. I did actually, so if you notice, the track that's playing, or was just playing, was just like ID. I copied a few tracks that might be existing tracks, but they might also be new tracks. And I just obfuscated the names because I don't, like, some of the names could be spoilery, but I did add, let's see, there are 27 tracks in the stream playlist now that could just be, they could be new, they could be remixed, they could be remastered versions of existing songs. Some food for thought. I'm going to copy this. Give me a 90 by 90 here. Oh, you're not 90 by 90. You're 128 by 128 because you're freaking huge, Doleon. Good grief. I'm gonna like do an outline test here for him real quick. That's the outline color. I put it on the wrong one. 281000. Boom. I'm a tech knower now. You know it's bad when you have hex colors memorized. Let me do that first. And there we go. Merge down. Since it's only one, I don't need to do anything fancy there. And boom. There he is outlined. That looks pretty nice. That looks a lot better compared to the old one here, which is a little bit screwy because I changed the layering, but I think that's pretty neat. I like it. I'm not sure just yet about the color for the breastplate. I might have to let's see here. Maybe it's a little too much purple. It's just a light purple kind of ordeal here. Oh, now it looks like a bib. Huh. I'm not really sure what I want to do for this, actually. It's like I'm looking at the reference here, and it's like it's definitely gold. Like I could probably make it blue. Like blue could probably work here, like this darker blue. But now it kind of looks like he's got some like interesting overall things going on. Quantum entangled overalls. So maybe. So maybe I could make it like a. This kind of. What would this look like? No. What if it was really, really pale? No. I think I want to do the gemstones like this, that'll make them look more like gems. Yeah, that looks a lot better. That literally looks like it's studded on there now. That's cool. Now it's just about the color. Maybe if I... Okay, we'll go to purple. And I'll do this. This is the thought process I'm having here. Let's make it purple. Well, let's take the gold here and go kind of like on the inside of it to make it look like it's to make it seem like it's lined in gold, I guess. Which means I might have to go out a bit more up here, which is fine. Need that tunic. I need these colors again. Isn't this like this kind of this is reminding me of like a jersey, like a sports team's jersey. Yeah, it didn't get symmetried for some reason, but now it's symmetried. Hold up. Oh no, dude. No. It is jersey colors. He plays for the freaking Los Angeles Lakers. Dude, he might be a Luka Doncic fan. Ah. Nah, I have to keep it. I have to keep it. Dude, the freaking let's go Lakers. Let's go freaking Lakers. That's kind of awesome. Totally unintentional. Totally unintentional, but that's freaking hilarious. Yeah, new Doleon lore just dropped. You know, he probably would enjoy sports. He would be a sports guy, if anything. Like that would be something he wants to do in his pastime, is watch just any kind of sports. That's the character design is almost entirely subconscious. It's entirely subconscious at this point, because like I could open his lore document right now and it would line up. Like yeah, I mean, let me hold on, let me hide Ace of Pride again because we're in spoiler territory still. Let me grab main character sprite and I will throw him in here next to Doleon, and it's like you'll be like, oh dang, he's like freaking huge, huh? Okay. Ace of Pride, come back. And let me flatten him so I can move him over to the side here. Right about there. Like, he's huge. He's freaking huge. And like this is intentional character design. I want him to be like a kind of like big imposing figure, just because like it fits his character, I think. It's kind of the same with Thrallengard as well. Like Thrallengard's a little bit smaller. Like Thrallengard comes up to about maybe right here, but height differences in angels and demons are already like really, really wide. Like when you compare the pro tags to like Mayor Big Top's probably actually taller than Doleon here, so LOL. But I don't know if I necessarily have a lore reason for that. It's just like, we'll just say for now, and I could just be lying. I could just be lying too. I might actually have a lore reason, and I could just be lying about it. That's how a lot of these things go, and you guys will never know. All right, because I even have to do this to my friends. They'll ask a question about the game, and I'll say something, and I'm like, okay, but I could be lying. I really could just be lying about it. And it's a good thing for me to do that as well, solely because it'll keep you guys guessing a little bit, and it doesn't spoil the game. Plus, if in the event that I do accidentally spoil the game somehow, like, you guys would never know, because it's just like, is he lying about that? Is that real? And this is not exclusive to me. Don't get it twisted. A lot of creators do this. All right. And I think when it's related to the thing that they're making, which in my case is Angels and Demons, I do think that it's actually a pretty fun thing to do, kind of. But your mind is an enigma that we cannot crack. That's true. PVZ2 could be based. Might be a game to stream eventually. Prince Wednesday from Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood is on screen. This can't be real. Prince Wednesday. No way. No way. Oh, shoot. Oh my gosh. No, this one's crazy. Oh no. His design was so solid. It was so, this is just Prince Wednesday grew up, I guess. And he did not grow up on good terms. Oh no. Bro got indoctrinated into like an evil cult. It's over. It's genuinely over. He got indoctrinated to the profane denomination, the propane delegation, the like P noun D adjective or something. This one's actually crazy. I hope someone like hovers over the stream and this is what they see. Like it's just these two things next to each other. That'd be awesome. Genuinely would be insane. Yeah, I think the design is locked in now. The professional denominators, truth. I think I'm happy with how this looks. Now would just be, I'm going to, let's axe the outline just because we don't need it. I guess we don't need the sash layer anymore necessarily. So I should have just put the tie on that, but we don't need that anymore. And I'll just axe these and let's give him a little animation here. Oh, whoops, I made him go down too far, didn't I? Yeah, the head needs to go up again, I think. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm geeked. Can I slow this animation down? Ah, yes, just take that away. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Yeah. Okay. And then we can take everything there, slap it here, and it's the same ordeal. And then we'll just have to make a side profile here and eventually some talking animations. The main thing I wanted to knock out here was getting his design kind of locked in, and I'm happy with how this looks. Like, I knew the direction I wanted to go for him. And this, it'll be pretty apparent, like, where he is in the story once you guys get to play Demo 5. But, for now, just know that, like, he's just built like this. And he kind of does this thing. And he's very toothy. He's teeth. He's Mr. Teeth. Can we get a spore inspired creature in this game? It's a possibility. I do have to make some pretty crazy designs for enemies at some point. Like, or in some points, let me say that. Like, different ways. Hockey, maybe for World 4, Chapter 4 area. That would be the most fitting area for something inspired by Spore if I had to just shoot an airball. Spore Wiki has inspiration. I might have to check that out. So I know there's like a bunch of default creatures in Spore. Okay, I'm gonna take this one here. And drop it over here. Actually, wait. Let's do this. Oh, wait. Let's even go a step further and just do this. And then... Oh, wait. Wait. We only need that. Yeah. And then I'll take the shoe. Do something like this. Oh, I might have to Z-index this. What am I missing here? Ah, the blue from the tunic. Ah, wait, I see. Hold up, let's take a look at this. Oh my gosh, Peak is playing. We're so back. Okay, so what I actually need to do here is this won't be visible from the side, but this will move a little bit over. So we'll do this. Okay. I have a folder full of my own creatures in Spore. That's actually kind of awesome. I played Spore like a long time ago. Like a long time ago. Haven't played it recently. It was I don't really remember where I played it necessarily, but on an old device, and I don't think it was on my current Steam account, so I might have to eventually buy the game again. Why is Deku from My Hero Academia and Gintama? Could not tell you. Never seen Gintama. Now, I don't like how his, like how his arm looks here. Like where it's, well, I don't know. Maybe this one just needs to go up an extra pixel. Yeah, something like that. Boom. Well, there's a side profile. Actually, I think his hair needs to be adjusted a little bit. Like move this. So it kind of looks like it doesn't do anything. Like it needs to look like it moves behind. Maybe this side needs to come out an extra pixel. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better. How am I streaming the background music? I have it all downloaded locally, and I'm using a program called Fubar 2000 with a plugin for it that will output the current playing track to a text file, and that is how it's displayed in OBS. I have a few other things in there too, like if I wanted to, I could have the music go into nightcore mode or daycore mode, but that's mostly, I mostly use that just for testing out just for testing out how nightcore or daycore will sound with some of my own music, since that's like a important part of the tracks in Angels and Demons. So, but yeah, I just have it downloaded locally. Let's see here. I have to check my phone. Can you look at Volcano from the Scribblenauts Unlimited OST? I could look at adding it to the thing. I'm not going to try and do that right now while I am streaming necessarily, because it'll probably cause some audio shenanigans. But I can look into adding it. I played Scribblenauts Unlimited. I actually really like, and I can't remember the name of it, but the city, like it's like the second area you go to. I really like the theme of the city in that game. What was it called? It's Capital City, I think is what it was, because it's all like, it's based on like wordplay, literally wordplay. Wonder if that kind of looks like it's going out there a little bit. No, nothing like that. Maybe. Yeah, these gems move over too much. Has an epic tenor sax solo. Oh, it might already just be peak. It's been a long time since I played the game. I played it on, I had it on 3DS and on Wii U, actually. Because I got the 3DS version. This is actually a kind of funny story, since Scribblenauts is brought up. I think I'll tell it. I got Scribblenauts Unlimited on the 3DS, like many years ago. And I beat it in the same day. Like, I completed the main campaign and everything in the same day. And I remember getting so upset with myself. Like, I probably actually cried over it, because I was like, I can't spend time with my games because I'm too good at them and I just beat them too fast. So I made it a point to 100% that game. Just because I felt bad that I beat it so quickly. But nowadays I don't necessarily feel the same way about it. Like, I'm just naturally good at most video games. So, like DK Bonanza, I made it a point in my mind that I was going to complete the main story of Bonanza the day it was out. Right? So when I woke up that day, I didn't have anything else. I literally cleared the day just for Bonanza. And I marathoned that game. From the time I woke up to the time I went to bed. It was crazy. But, I mean, it's like an issue exclusive to me, pretty much. I think, like, thinking that way about it. Because, like, if I was content brained, I would have streamed the whole thing, like Small Ant and CJ did, and Morph, and just like, oh, we're gonna try and beat it without doing, like, any of the things that you want to actually do for it. But, whoa. Alright, real quick, I am going to move over to our stretch break scene here, because and I haven't used this one in a while because, like, a lot of this stuff is a little screwy here, but I'm going to hop up and stretch for just a second and run and grab me a drink. So I will be back in just a few moments. In the meantime, enjoy the tunes and maybe you'll come across a unreleased track. Alright, I am back. Got me a liquid IV. Grape flavored. Not sponsored. Though if they wanted to sponsor me, you know, I mean... Sigma Phantom Tax. Heck no. Sun is shining directly into my laptop. I can barely see anything. Unfortunate. Lucky for me, my office is like a freaking cave, pretty much. I got me some blackout curtains, and that helps a lot, but my monitor is also anti-glare, which is also really cool. So, I'm not exactly sure where I want to go from here, necessarily. I know there's more animations I need to make for this guy. The main idea I wanted to get out in this stream, at the very least, was getting like his design locked in a way that I'm happy with. And so far, I believe I have that. So the next step, I guess, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm going to have to flip over here to a lore document and see what kind of animations I really need for him. Which, there's kind of a lot that I need to do there, methinks. The lore! The lore! Yeah. Also, is the music too loud? Like, is it like clashing too much with my voice? I can lower it, because I'm looking over at OBS and it's looking like I'm not much louder than the music. You think it's fine? Ooh. I'm gonna knock it down just like one notch, just because. There we go. Okay, but yeah, I have like so many words of just like dialogue between like this guy. The music is very grating, yes. Alright, I'll lower it a little bit. There we go. A little bit more. I think I had it lowered to I think it might have still been on the whole stretch break volume. I have like Stream Deck binds that I just forget what they set the things to, like the values. Like I could press a button on my Stream Deck and it'll go to the stretch scene, and then I'll press another one and it comes back to this one. And it also changes the audio and stuff. I also have a just chatting scene that I've cooked up for a while, but gonna get off stream, gotta go to a meeting. Hey, thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate it. Enjoy your meeting. Let's see here. Dude, I love ARMS. ARMS is like one of my favorite Switch games. I wish it wasn't so I guess slept on. Which it kind of sucks that it is. Cuz I really love ARMS. I'm a Spring Man main, all right? Like, I should be the last person to enjoy ARMS since I main Spring Man, but like, I labbed him out hardcore trying to go through the Grand Prix mode lossless, so that way like you could fight Springtron and stuff, Coil / Min Min based. I liked Springman because of I think his gimmick was like, when you were at low HP, he got like supercharged or something like that. I don't remember. I might be thinking of, what was Springman's gimmick? Hold on. Springman ARMS. What is his thing here? Playstyle. Yeah, he just gets charged punches when he's low HP. I think, if I'm reading this correctly on the wiki. Which, I mean, yeah, like that's right in my playstyle, like clutch factor. I love clutch factor type stuff. It's always so fun. But I liked Springman, and I would go through the whole Grand Prix thing trying to get to the Springtron fight and then not lose in the Springtron fight. Like, I wanted a perfect Grand Prix run. I don't think I ever did it. Yeah, the kicks, Min Min's kicks were like, they were high-key annoying for me to play against sometimes, but not near as bad as playing against Bite and Bark. I couldn't stand playing against Bite and Bark. They drove me insane. So, I think the first thing I need to do here, let's see, is I'm going to do this here. I need to make a new layer. Do body front here. So we got an idle. We'll go ahead and give him a talk. He'll need an idle talk here. Idle talk. And ooh, should undo that there. Can I have a frame with your mouth open, bro? There we go. Been fun, but gotta go. Hey, thanks for joining the stream. Appreciate you hanging out. Hope you enjoyed. How do I want to make this guy talk? I think kind of like giving him like obviously his teeth got to be showing. He's a real toothy guy. Oh wait, I might have just binked it right out of the gate there. Perfect. It's perfect. I'll have to do the same for his front facing here. And I can just copy this mouth here and slap it here. Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. Knock those two out relatively quickly. Next, let's see. We gotta look at the lore document. I need kind of a annoyed / angry kind of one, I guess. Methinks. So let's go like this, and this is where I'll use the body front. And then I will actually go onto the tunic. Let's just axe that part out and delete the hands layer here. What layer is that on? It's on the tunic. Lock the layer. I'll delete a little too much of it. Yeah. I did it backwards. LOL. Guy who doesn't know how to use Aesoprite. Yeah, that's kind of what I need. Get rid of the hands. Boom. Okay. Now, in my mind, I was gonna have him, like, cross his arms, but, like, that's, like, the worst freaking type of animation to ever give a character, I think. Because it's so hard to draw. How do I want to do this? Maybe if I do his face first. Yeah, something like that. Hmm. I'm like crossing my arms myself to try and see how I want to do this here. So let's move his head forward a little bit. And then I might actually go on his legs here and do this. Kind of like he's turned a little bit to the side. Yeah, wait, I'm liking how this is coming out. I have the vision, I think. So bend here, and then up like this. Chapter 3? Not exactly. Like, yes and no. Yes and no. Not exclusively Chapter 3, but another one of the profane denomination guys. Like Thrallingard from the previous stream. How does that... That's not really accurate. I don't like how that looks. Needs to come down and up. And then out about right here, maybe? Yeah. So he's kind of like leaning into this kind of look here. Yeah, this gives the vibe off of like, well, dang, son, like, what are you doing? Were you raised in a barn? That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from how this looks already. So let's get this mouth. We need a closed mouth one. Oh, heck yeah. This one might be perfect. Oh my goodness. Like right now in my head, I'm imagining him sounding kind of like the dad from Young Sheldon. For some reason, like that's the voice I'm getting in my mind right here. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I do not know. Let's see, where's his head? There we go. Boom. And boom. Heck yeah. Let's give him an idle for this too. 15 to 16, so... Oh, whoopsie. Whoopsie. Annoyed idle. Yeah. Okay. That's that. That is that. What's next? Actually, maybe this wouldn't be annoyed, but this is rather a irritated. Important distinction here, actually. Because annoyed would be the next one I'm going to do here. So let me actually copy all of these over. And then we'll do annoyed idle. And irritated. No, wait. Annoyed speak. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And then what I'll do here is remove his face over, center it again, and bring his eyes over like this. Like he's rolling his eyes almost. Let's just get the normal odds back again. Yeah, maybe something like this. We're raising this eyebrow for sure. There we go. Yeah, like that'll ever happen. So there's that one. What's next? I think this is actually all we need here for the prologue cutscene here. That's actually not that bad. Not that bad. I thought I was gonna have to do a few more animations for him, but like, I think we've knocked it out here. I think we genuinely got all of them that we need. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's give him an outline now. Well, we'll go ahead and bake that in here. Can I duplicate? Make them solid black. Give me 28100, because that's our color that we use. Put the outline on that layer. Put big outline with transparency on this one. Boom. That's all of them. Merge them down, and then replace all solid black with invisible. And we'll slap the outline back in there, and boom. He's outlined, and I don't have to sit here and do it for every frame over and over and over. The best discovery I've ever made doing this pixel art. And now he's ready to rock in-game, I think. Which means that the next thing I need to do, if I don't continue doing animations for this guy right now, I have at least 4 different dialogue portrait sets that I need to do. Which, oh good grief, that's that's gonna be an undertaking, because we've got Thrallengar, we've got Dolion, and we've got 2 other characters that I have yet to reveal that are going to be showing up more than likely. That's what I do, I guess. That's what I get for making a video game. Making video games is what I gotta deal with. Is doing things the hard way. And by myself, because I'm stubborn and won't ask people for help. Nor do I want to. I want Angels and Demons to be something that I did. I want to be able to say that I did it. Right? Because I believe that I can do it. It's called being confident. I think. Or in over my head. One of the two. Who's to say? But Mr. Doleon here is ready. He's got his new fit cooked up with the Old Testament style outfit here. Mine is the turban, because I think his hair is more important to his character design. Like who he is as a character. Like kind of shows what he is like as a person, if that makes sense. Like it's in the hairstyle. Hairstyle can tell you a lot about a person. So, we've got Doleon ready. We got Thrallengard ready. I technically have the third character that is in this bunch of people. I have the third character also ready, but like that one was pretty simple. Actually, what I'll do here, let me hide a sprite so I don't spoil things when I go into the file tree here. But I will actually open, we'll go ahead and show it off here. In here, doink. Let's see. And then re-enable in a sprite. So yeah, we have, and I can close these things out now over here. Bye Toriel, bye. Prince Wednesday. We can reclaim some screen space. This is the third character that's going to be showing up in these little sections with the big bads. This is a character that exists. It's a very simple design, like a little cohort kind of thing, right? I'm not like I kind of have an idea on what I want to call them. I think I'm going to call them Sentinels because it sounds cool. And, you know, the one eye kind of spooky with it. But this one will also be showing up in those cutscenes. And then technically I have all the animations done for the fourth one. But I don't really want to show that character off just yet. Because, like, that one I feel like I'm going to keep a secret until it's time. You know, until it's time to show him off. Which... you know what I could do, since I'm kind of just chatting right now. Let's lock in the just chatting scene. Let me take a look at that and make sure I have that set up properly. Yeah. Let's do that. We're gonna use the just chatting scene in like quite a bit. I do need to add the chat to it though. Let's see. It is a browser source, I think. Hold up. Let's go back to mainstreaming for now. Let me slap this in real quick and make sure it works properly before I move it over there. Browser source, streamer.bot chat. And we'll put chat just over here on this, like on the side. And now we can go over there. Just chatting for now. Actually, that's a weird spot there. Let's put it on the screen. Yeah. Yo, Pico Pico Flower. Welcome in. Welcome in. Did you know Angels and Demons character existed in real life? There was a Christian boy, Joseph Journey, and a sister named Yui Takashi. And Journey considered his guardian angel, and they had a doll that Yui called Kaguya-chan. And their parents were Lily Autumn and Chris Hector, who were scientists and believed in life after death and lived in a small town called Spectral Town. I'm feeling like this is I'm feeling like this is bait. There's no way. There's no way. I'd be so done. I'd be so done. So, I guess actually let's swap back over here because we were like where I was talking about sprites. I'll keep that on here, but I did wanna show off that the just chatting scene is a thing that exists now. Just move chat around here a little bit. Might have to shrink it in here. I hope this doesn't shrink it in other ones. Then I might be done. Just keep chat in the window. But I can also put like, we can have like streamception going on here. Like where I have the stream open on the screen and you can see the whole thing. My POV. But now let's go back to the main streaming and I'll show off some things. So we have, I'm gonna recap what we've done today. We have redesigned Doleon, our next profane denomination member, who like he did have kind of a troll design before. It was kind of lame. It was just like a standard like coat and sash combo thingy. And I didn't really like it. I didn't really feel like it was as detailed as I wanted it to be. So we reworked him today. And that's what we got here. Why is he a maniac? Because he's crazy. I mean, he's with the profane denomination. You know? Like, it checks out. In this sprite, specifically because I wanted an animation that made him like look evil and imposing and kind of like this. Of course, this is broken. This animation's broken if you couldn't tell. But yeah, he's on that evil type stuff. Yeah, it's really funny you'd say that because when I first laid out this design, it's actually based off of a Old Testament priest's outfit. When I first did the purple, like the purple coat, I just got flashbanged, like imagery of Toriel, and I actually had a sprite of Toriel open on the second Aseprite view. Like I literally just closed them out probably like 3 or 4 minutes ago, like just before you joined, basically. But yeah, me and Toby, like, I'm not gonna say that like the reason Angels and Demons is taking so long is because I'm actually on the Deltarune dev team, but you know, I just think it's strange that Chapter 3 had a rhythm game and Chapter 4 was very themed around church, and we kind of like follow the same design principles for some of our characters. Like, I mean, I don't know. Or maybe Toby just needs to stop stealing my thunder. Anytime I have an idea that I'm like, oh, that's so cool, that's original. And then Toby's just like, he's like, oh, you made this? No, I made this. He's actually following my lead. Dude, that would be the most insane lore drop ever, actually. Just come to find out that Toby Fox is like, stealth watching my streams and like, my socials. Maybe Toby Fox could be a member in the Discord and we might not know. Like Toby Fox could be like someone. He could be you. He could be me. It would be so funny. I honestly don't even know how like I would like if that was true. I don't even know how I would process that, you know? Like what do I do at that point? Because not only at that point would I know that Toby has like intentionally been like keeping tabs on some of my stuff, but like, where do I even go from there? Like, it would genuinely be insane. Genuinely insane. Yeah, like that'll ever happen though. However, Toby Fox, if you somehow see this, you know, like, you are more than welcome to join the Angels and Demons crew. You know, you want to hop in the Discord? Like, I'll give you a special role. You know, I'll slap a role up there for you. Like, let's see, like, Church of the Angel, Church of the Deltarune, or something like that. Hey, not opposed to it. We can talk business. You know, if you want, like, you want to collab. You want to collab, get some Undertale / Deltarune characters in as like exclusive secret bosses. Heck, you can even do a battle theme. I would have no complaints. Yeah, like that'll ever happen. Would be insane, though. Anyways, tangent aside, we got sprites done for Doleon today, who is our next big dude in the Profane denomination. He's going to be showing up just as often, if not more often. I don't really know how to say for certain just yet, because it's so early, but about as much as Dr. Throlengard, who we worked on Tuesday. The other character that we didn't actually work on today, but I already had done because it was only like 2 or 3 animations, is this little Sentinel demon who will show up alongside those guys as well. And I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised with this little creature. It's very interesting. It is a funny little freak. Like the actual whole thing that these characters are even here for, like Doleon, Throlengard. I've probably talked about this, but they're definitely gonna be prominent in some intermission segments, kind of like in Super Paper Mario. So the idea that I'm going with, and I'm pretty happy with how it's got the story moving as far as documents are concerned, is in between like each chapter, like, so and I could maybe actually open Game Maker right now. Let me make sure it's not on the thing just yet. Yeah, like I'll talk about this while I wait for it to load up. But basically, when you're going from one chapter to the next, essentially, that kind of intermission segment. So for the prologue, for example, right? We have our whole, okay, we left church, we fall off the cliff in some fashion, we meet Yui, we go through all that, and then we're about to go to World 1, right? Once you enter the method for going to World 1, then it's going to transition into this first intermission segment showing these guys. Kind of like how Super Paper Mario has like Count Bleck and his crew in these intermission segments. So a lot of the story that I've just been like sitting on for a long time, like behind the scenes stuff, like that's gonna finally get to show up in a sense, right? Which I'm really glad, because like I said, I've just been sitting on it for a long time. I'm gonna actually get to tell some story stuff. So let me actually do a thing real quick here. This is gonna kind of become like a little bit of a teaser section for what I'm cooking up here. I'm obfuscating for some certain things that that don't need to be seen just yet, so bear with me. But let me reorder some things, and now we should be good. I'm just gonna load up the game. But you'll have this intermission segment between chapters, right? So at the end of a chapter, however, like prologue to chapter 1 is kind of a special case because we haven't met Hector and Autumn at that point yet. And part of me thinks like, oh, I could move that segment like much earlier in the game, but it just doesn't feel right to do that. So let's go full screen here. And I'm going to go, I think it's this one. Nope, not this one. This one. Okay, so here we are. This is kind of the area that these intermission segments are going to take place in, I guess. And also you get to see old Doleon compared to the one that we were just cooking up in Ace of Prey. And also we get to hear Dusty Rock apparently. So let me clear music tracks. Yeah, so this is a little intermission segment. There's some things that are missing here that I definitely just went and removed to be able to show this off, but and a very early tile set as well, but this is just what I've got like locked on for now. But so when you hop onto I'll go here, actually. Can I have, close this out. Give me, yeah, story progression 0. And this might end up being buggy, so we'll see as we go here. So like, here's our whole prologue ordeal, right? This would happen, we'll meet Yui. What I'll actually do is I'll skip ahead for some things. Actually, no, maybe I will play through it. Maybe I will play through it. Just kind of to give an idea of like what's being cooked up here. All right, so because I haven't been on to this in a little bit. You may notice we've got trees here in Chapeltown now. It's a very early sprite. I don't really like how it looks, and it's much more blurry compared to the background. So it's by no means final, right? But we can go on up through here, and I do have Scarf still. Excellent. Yeah, I don't want that yet, but pretend we don't have Scarf, right? There's some things that I've cooked up with this little intermission segment, and if I kind of sneak up here, oh, what's that? He's kind of like up behind my head there, just a little bit like, what are you doing there, bro? What are you doing? But one thing that I really want to do with the new demo is I really want to emphasize the effects of the profane denomination, like how they are doing things in the like behind the scenes, right? And you could actually see that one. There was one more that actually just went and hid, but Journoid type expression. Yeah, these guys like they are going to be a chapter 4 enemy. So this cutscene might not even work. I actually haven't ran it in a little bit. It's a little bit buggy, but I did show this off a while ago, but it's been fixed up a little bit more. And it's also like a little troll because it's retomed. Oh, we did crash. Awesome. Expecting DS map, but we got a struct, yeah, because I was in optimization mode and I broke things. Anyways, let me reload the game and snap to a proper location instead of going through the prologue again, because most of it's the same. But a lot of information that you might think is useful to have, like from Demo 4, is just not there. I might have just redone a lot of the story, and you guys won't really know, because like I said on stream earlier, there's like just the chance that I'm lying about a lot of stuff, just to keep it secretive, just to keep it kind of like uncertain, right? Like because I don't want to reveal all my cards, you know? So there's some things I could show off that actually I just have in here as troll, like that aren't even legit things that are going to be in. But the one thing I do want to do here though is go here. This was the point I was going to get across. When you get onto this horse ride, like, and will actually be like earlier in the story, sort of, when we are at this point. I think we're about at story progression 5 technically. So this would be after we've gone through the prologue and everything, and we've made it to town, and we've done some other things to figure out where we need to go. You hop on this horse ride and you'll go out this way. All right. And then you're going to go into the kind of like segment with these guys. All right. You're going to go into the cutscene with them. And then once they've spoke their piece, then you will go to the next cutscene, which would be the desert horse ride thing, and then show how you made it to chapter 1 and go from there. Then once you complete chapter 1 and you get the rune and everything, it goes into the Hector Autumn section like normal. And then once they're finished with theirs, we'll snap back to main character and Yui. You'll do some things, and then you'd enter the method of travel to the next chapter, and then intermission again. That's how I'm structuring it. I think I think you guys will actually be kind of surprised with how it's going for, like how I've got it going through here. But I mean, it's kind of impossible to know without people actually playing through it, I guess. And that's something I will be hopefully getting people to do soon-ish. Soon-ish with an asterisk, because I'm not really sure. It really just depends on how much I'll lock in and get things done. Which right now I'm yapping, but this can just be kind of like a little minor dev update, I guess, in a way. Like, I could very well just turn this into a short video and post it, but I'm planning on once chapter 1 and everything related to it, all the underlying systems and whatnot are implemented and ready to go, playable like from the prologue to the end of chapter 1 as if you were about to start chapter 2, right? I'm planning on launching a Patreon. And in that Patreon, if you subscribe to a certain tier, you would be able to play early builds. Though I don't, and it's really funny because I said I was going to do that in a devlog like 2 years ago, and I still haven't done it. But the idea is I would have a set number of development builds that I do, right? So people would obviously know what to expect. There'd be 3, ideally, demo 5 alpha builds. So a chapter 1 build, a chapter 2 build, and then a post-game build, which would kind of be like a pre-release. And then from then out, it would be builds for each subsequent chapter up to chapter 7. Meaning, like, there won't be one where you get to play through chapter 7. Like, once you reach where you would be going to chapter 7, that's when the dev builds would cut off, essentially. That's what I'm planning. I don't know how certain I am of doing that just yet, because it's kind of a lot to think about. I have been thinking about it. Granted, I've had like, I don't know, like freaking 2 years or so to think about it since I mentioned it in a devlog like 2 years ago. But I would obviously like have a few other things that I can offer to people that did want to try and monetarily support the game somehow. Like, I'll spill the beans on this one. In the Discord, there is a channel that most people can't see. Like, only the moderators can see it. But I've actually been filling out a channel with some patron exclusive teasers for a little bit. There's not very many in it because, like, there's not really a point in me filling it out a ton. But there are, like, some things that are just, like, it's, like, bonus stuff to existing teasers for some of them. And others, it's, like, how would I phrase here? Let's see. One of them is an extended, like, full version of one of the songs I have put in regular teaser ping. So, where the regular teaser ping might have, like, a clip of a song, the top secret teasers could have the full work in progress version of that, or full version of it if it's done already, right? And obviously, there's other goodies I'd want to throw onto there. I'd really want people to feel like they're getting their money's worth for supporting the game. And also, probably a lot of that would go directly into developing the game somehow. Like, whether that's certain tools to purchase or like audio plugins or whatever, whether that's to improve the stream, to advertise the game. I'm not trying to use that money for myself necessarily, unless like, I don't know, like I'm dying or I need to, like, I have to pay rent or something like that, you know? Because if I can't use my computer, then I can't make the game. So I feel like that's a good use of patron funds. You know, I'd want to keep it transparent, right? I'd want people to kind of know, like, that when they choose to support the game, that it's going to a like it's going to be visible like how that support is being used, right? I'm kind of taking the Pizza Tower approach to it, I believe, where Pizza Tower did a Patreon, and it was like, hey, we'll do infrequent builds of the game and so on. And once they got close to release, they just kind of locked it down and said, hey, thanks for supporting, but Patreon's done because like we're not going to be offering anything because we're close to release and whatnot, right? Like if you stay subscribed to this tier, you'll get your name in the credits, but otherwise, thanks for your support, which I thought was really neat. And that's kind of what I want to do, is once I get to a certain point in development where it's close to release, just say like, hey, thanks for the support, but that's all I'm going to let you support at this point, because at that point it would almost be like scamming because the game would be releasing so soon, right? And like maybe higher up tiers on the Patreon would be, oh, you get a copy of the game and the soundtrack when it releases, because I think that would be a really nice incentive, especially if I can figure out a way to keep track of it so that you would only have to pledge that once, maybe, right? Don't know if that's possible, but I would like for it to be possible, right? Though that would probably end up being a pricey tier, just because, like, as it stands right now, Angels and Demons is a very, very large game, right? My OST rivals some full games already. Like Demo 4's OST without cutscene tracks, right? Like the really short, like 12, 15-second ones. Is almost as many tracks as are in the entire Pizza Tower game, right? I think Demo 4 had 54 tracks, and Pizza Tower had 60 something, I think. Not counting DLC, like the noise update and the Halloween update and stuff. So, like, I have kind of like a rough idea for how much I want to charge for the game when it's finished, so that one would probably be based off of that. Like that theoretical expensive tier that you only pledge once, if possible. Though it's all like just trying to figure out like a good balance, because I don't want people to feel like they're getting scammed out of it, especially if, like, you know, I have to delay dev builds or something like that, because I would like to get it locked in to where I can have it like, hey, expect a dev build at this time, right? And that just hinges on me having a lot of the planning done and a lot of designs already locked in and ready to go, I guess, which to an extent I do. The only, like, there's a lot of designs that I have for characters that I just don't have a place for in the game just yet. That's just later on. Like, they'll just show up later chapters, right? Like, in the perspective of the old story, like the Demo 4 story, Doleon wasn't going to show up in the game, like, in any capacity until, at the earliest, the intermission between chapter 4 and 5, like the Hector and Autumn section between chapters 4 and chapters 5, or chapter 4 and 5, right? That was going to be his first appearance. And, like, it's a really good thing I've changed these things, because it would not have impacted the story near as good, right? But, like, now with the new story, I feel like pacing the antagonist along with the protagonist is really going to kind of help drive things forward. So you'll know kind of why some things are happening, like, as an outside viewer, right? Like, you, the player, will kind of know some stuff that's going on that the protagonist do not, right? Because you'll be bouncing between these three different perspectives, between main character and Yui, and then Kaguya, Autumn, and Hector, and then the antagonists, so Thrallengard, Doleon, and the Sentinels. So, like, there's gonna be a level of storytelling to it, I hope, that's really good and enjoyable to an extent even. Just what I've got in my lore documents now feels so much better than what I did have. Even if, like, some stuff has changed, like, but it's mostly just changes for the better, right? A lot of stuff has been removed. Like, a lot of stuff has been gutted. A lot of stuff has been added. A lot of stuff has been changed. And this is kind of a side tangent from the Patreon thing, but I guess I'm just talking about story stuff now. This will eventually, like, I want the next devlog to be on story stuff, so this is me kind of, like, spitting some stuff about that a little bit. But I'll go more into detail on that, and, like, I want to structure that video in a way that's, like, for people who might not already be familiar with the Angels and Demons story and how it's changed, like, 5 times now. So, you know, I had a thought that I was going for, and then talking about that just kind of, like, hijacked it from me. Where was I going for this? Actually, what was I doing? Well. I lost my train of thought. Let me think with my mind for a second. Let me, like, just rewind. A lot of stuff has been removed. A lot of stuff has been added. A lot of stuff has been changed. Okay? But the core identity of Angels and Demons, like the core story, like the core underlying lore that shaped the game, has barely been touched. So, like, a lot of things will show up, I guess, later on, maybe. Like, some things might just outright be removed. Like, the barrier could be removed. Like, some of the enemies that were planned that you might not even know about could have been removed. Like, character knowledge could be removed or changed or whatever. Like, character knowledge is an interesting one, because, like, Yui kind of didn't need to know all the things that she did know. That's one thing that I can say that is just changed, and that's for the better. Because originally, when the game was still a Super Paper Mario clone, Yui was supposed to just be more like a tutorial character to an extent. Like, think like Tippy in Super Paper Mario. Like, she literally was a Tippy clone, basically. So she would just kind of hop alongside you, and she would help you out in battle. Like, she was essentially a tool to be used, and I didn't like that. So that was Demo 1 when she was structured like that. Demo 2 rolls around, she's still structured like that because Demo 2 was just like a facelift for Demo 1. Demo 3 happens. Yui becomes playable, but only after you complete Chapter 1. And it was just like, oh, you got a rune. I feel a little bit stronger now because, like, it's like angelic energy or something like that. And then you had playable Yui, and it was just like a little cutscene when you got in between the chapters, and it was really lame. It didn't really fit. And then Demo 4 comes around. She still has this tutorial attitude, but she's unlocked from the beginning, and it didn't really fit. So now she's not going to know as, like, she's not going to be the main factor that drives the story forward like she was before, because in Demo 4, she's like, oh, the barrier must have been broken. And you're supposed to care about that. Why? Like, nothing happened to even really think, oh, there's some stakes here. There's things that, like, make this an issue that I should care about. So, like, Yui's structure, Yui's place in the story is still the same, but it has been, like, moved around to an extent, if that makes sense, right? It's both changed and it stayed the same at the same time, I guess, to put it in a very complicated way. The actual interactions between the characters too has been changed up a lot. Like how I want them to grow as characters or not grow in a sense. Like if I want them just to become like terrible human beings for no reason or anything like that. Like I'm gonna end up talking too much about this. Like I kind of need to shut up, but now I'm kind of on a roll here. I'm dancing around like saying like stuff that's happening, but at the same time, like I may have already lied about like 3 or 4 things that I've been talking about, but I can't tell you which ones. And I'm making a habit to do this to obfuscate when I inevitably do accidentally spoil something. All right. A lot of creatives do this. All right. Just let it be known. I want to say the first person that comes to mind is Gooseworks with Digital Circus, because I feel like, and like don't quote me on this, but I feel like I seen on Twitter like someone posted a Tumblr ask, and they asked a question about Digital Circus, and Gooseworks said something about it, and then like, oh, in episode whatever this happens. And then episode whatever came, and that didn't happen. They were like, "Wait, you lied! You lied about it! Why would you lied? Why?" And it's like, well, why would Gooseworks tell the truth? You know, why spoil the show, right? So, granted, I do like talking about my game. I do like talking about Angels and Demons, but I also want people to be able to experience Angels and Demons, right? And I also want to be able to stream the development of Angels and Demons in a way that doesn't spoil things. So I might just make up stuff. About these characters. Like, you know, I could have been going the whole time here saying like Doleon's a profane denomination member, but he might actually just be like a member of the clergy at Chapeltown Church, you know? And you guys wouldn't be any wiser to it until Demo 5 comes out, right? Like, that could genuinely be how it goes, and no one would really know any other way except myself, of course. But like this is like a huge tangent to justify lying in a way, but it's like it's lies that only affect me to an extent, right? I'm covering my tracks. But like I genuinely do want to keep a lot of the story stuff secret as best I can, while also being able to work on the game live, because it's great for interacting. It's great for interacting with people, right? It's great for building up the community. It's great for getting people to see that the game is something that exists, and that's something like as an indie developer I can't pass up on, right? Because the Twitter or X algorithm, it already like freaking hates me for some reason. I can post like the most coherent, like well thought out, informative tweet ever, and it's just gonna be like, what if we only suggested this? Like, what if we only showed this to like 8 people total? Like, I feel like I'm shadow banned or something on there for some reason, and like, how am I supposed to know? They don't tell me that, and it's not like I hardly interact with people on there just because, there's no point in me interacting with some of these posts. I see through the engagement bait too much, and I don't want to be one of those devs that you follow and then they have like 50 replies to some other dev who's engagement baiting, like oh, wishlist Wednesday, post your games down below or something like that, because it kind of annoys me. It really does kind of annoy me. And the only thing that's going to do is show the game to more devs. And those devs, like, while they might drop a wish list or something, they're probably not going to play the game unless it just really, really resonates with them, because they're going to be busy working on their own game. And that's kind of just how I've felt about it. Like, it feels like, it genuinely just kind of feels like a lot of devs just go on Twitter to engagement bait. On Reddit, it's the same deal. Like, the cookie cutter Reddit post is like, I quit my day job to work on my indie game full time, and I've seen that so many different times, right? Instagram has like negative place for game devs from what I've seen. Like, it's more of like memes and clips, like stream clips and whatnot. TikTok is a bit easier, I guess. I've had a decent amount of luck on TikTok comparatively, but where I've not been able to stream or anything, I've not really been able to make content, like short form content. I ought to like go through this stream once I'm done, because I feel like there's been a few clippable moments that I could knock down into a short or something that someone might sit through and watch. Facebook is self-explanatory. Like, who's posting on Facebook? Like, my core audience is probably not like 60-year-olds, because I don't really know of anyone under the age of 30 that uses Facebook, hardly. If they do use Facebook, it's because their parents use Facebook and like, go look at what I sent you on Facebook. And I'm just like, bro. Don't use Threads either for the same reason. And maybe I should, just for the advertising buff, but YouTube and Twitch is kind of like my home turf. That's where I feel like I can consistently post and do things, is on those two platforms. Like, YouTube doesn't really help me that much either, though. Like, it doesn't seem to like to suggest my videos to the right audience, and like this whole tangent's just gonna sound like copium, and I'm probably just copying because I'm starting to get a little bit hungry and I need to go eat. But which that's a hint that I might be wrapping up stream here in a little bit. But I do just kind of want to get my thoughts out about this. Just, like, I can maybe clip it into like a short form video, or not like short form, but like a shorter video to go up on the second channel or something even. But like, YouTube doesn't really like to suggest my videos to, like, I guess what I would consider to be my target audience, I guess, because the only video that I feel like actually hit a good target audience that was related to Angels and Demons, I should say, was the Impui boss fight video, the Impui no hit. That one is the best performing Angels and Demons video that is not a trailer. And then even then, it's the second best performing. The best performing video is the Demo 1 trailer, and that's only because I paid like, I don't know, $5 to promote it on iFunny of all platforms. Like, and that one was kind of funny because I didn't expect that to do well at all, because it's just on iFunny, you pay $1 and then it will suggest the post to 1,000 people. Straightforward. And I'm thinking, like, that's kind of a steal. And I wonder if they still do that, because I'm definitely thinking of doing that for Demo 5 again, because it has been the only thing to actually produce results. Of all the things, it was funny. But like, the Impui video, that one hit the right audience. The co-op video, Pray to Win, that one also kind of hit a decent audience, I think. If I look at it right now, let's see. Content suggesting this video. Actually, the majority of people that clicked from other videos came from my own videos, which is kind of surprising. But let's see. Can I find audience? That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. It was about 60-40 on the not subscribed to subscribed ratio. And viewers also watch my other videos. So it's just people who had watched a video before clicked that one. Right? But like the devlog and the speedrun video, I put a lot of effort into those, and then they just didn't seem to hit the same mark. Those are only sitting at 300 views compared to the 770 and 570 of the Impui and co-op videos respectively. Right? I just feel like they're not hitting the right audience, and it's really unfortunate, because I've put a lot of work into them. Granted, just because they're not hitting the right audience doesn't mean I'm going to like cheat on the effort that I'm putting into the videos or anything like that. I'm definitely going to keep putting the same amount of effort into the videos, right? And for the videos that I don't put effort into, that's what the second channel's for. That's the whole reason for its inception. You know, I might end up like actually doing some gaming things on the second channel, but for me to do that, I have to justify playing a video game for the purpose of like editing it a little bit and uploading it to YouTube. And then it's just like, what game could that even be? Because I have thought about a few things. I've thought about running up a Mario baseball thing, like carrying on the watching the green grass grow grass, green grass duck 309 torch, since he's kind of went on hiatus. I just kind of loved watching his Mario baseball videos. I'm back in that Mario baseball phase where I'm watching Dinger City. Grand Pooh Bear started like a Mario baseball league whose name I can't actually say because it's not family friendly PG clean. But I have been watching that. I'm back in the Mario baseball kick. I thought about like doing that myself, like just running like a solo league or something, or maybe getting into competitive for that and doing some net play games. Or I've also thought about maybe doing Mario Strikers because I really like that game, or just actually playing through some of the games that inspired Angels and Demons. So Partners in Time, Bowser's Inside Story, Super Paper Mario, stuff like that. Because I did start Partners in Time on the main channel here. I played through, I don't actually remember how many Partners in Time streams I did. It might have only been one. Let me look here. No, I did two. No, wait. No, it was only one. It was definitely only one because it was a birthday stream. I streamed for 2 hours. And then there was a shorts version of it that plays really well into DS games because of the vertical screen, but that's neither here nor there. That's just a tangent. I thought about maybe doing Partners in Time. I could just edit down the first VOD for the first episode of that and then re-continue the game, but I don't even know if I want to do that. I thought about maybe like just, I don't know, re-streaming the first bit of the game, going through it again on the second channel, or just re-recording it or something. I don't know. I'm feeling very content-brained again. It's just a matter of me finding the time and the energy to actually do it and not be interrupted by like my dogs or my family or like secret third things like side quests or like random events in life that just want to make everything more difficult. But okay. I think that's the whole tangent over. I think. We've just been chilling here on Just Chatting. Doleon has been like incredibly freaking irritated with us, annoyed the whole time over here on our extra screen. But I think that might be all the time I've got for today, because I really do need to go eat. Like I probably ate like 7 or 8 hours ago, maybe, and I'm starting to get pretty hungry from all this yapping that I'm doing. So, and I'm just now clicking over to YouTube Studio here and noticing that we're at 21 concurrent viewers according to the stream thing. So YouTube viewers, hey, what's up? Smash like if you're liking the yap, or if you liked the yap, and smash that subscribe button if you want to see more streams and more Angels and Demons content, because it would give me an incredible ego boost and I would love you forever. But yeah, I do think that is all the time I've got for today. I do want to go eat. I've got a few side quests I do need to run here soon. And then now that I've gotten some animations done, maybe since this is all some like spoilery stuff that I don't really want to show on stream, I can start cooking up some of these new cutscenes that I've been talking about for the past half hour. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed, and be sure to check out the Discord link in the description. Play Angels and Demons if you haven't already, if you want to see like where we've come from with the art and rework and everything so far. Let's see, what else do I need to plug here? Follow me on Twitter /X and Blue Sky. I've been posting some Game Maker insights over there the past few days. Just various things that I've learned in my game dev journey that I think other people might benefit from knowing, like optimization techniques and whatnot. I even got knowledge checked by Tabular Elf, a pretty prominent member in the game maker community on Blue Sky yesterday after one of my posts. So go check that out if you want to see me get knowledge checked in front of the entire internet, technically. But yeah, there should be a Linktree link in the description. If not, I'm troll. And Twitch viewers, you guys, you should also have links down in the little tree bar below. And if you're not following, consider following. I think that's all the app now. So thank you guys very much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next one.